God! Hello, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to 911 Pursuit Zone. Early morning in Los Angeles. 31-year-old Lavelle Adams allegedly broke into an elderly neighbor's home, forcing her to flee before the house caught fire.
Face away from me! Let's go! Now!
Hey, don't do anything stupid. Keep your hands up. Don't move.
When police arrived, he charged at them with a knife, prompting beanbag rounds.
You shot me, bro. Do not touch the knife or you're gonna get the beanbag again! Do not touch the knife! Okay. No, move the knife! Okay.
He barricaded himself, then slipped out a side window. SWAT surrounded the area, but Adams ignored commands and rushed officers.
If you don't drop that blanket, you're gonna get hit. If you move,
They opened fire and deployed a TASER, ending the incident. Violence only speeds up a tragic end. Respect for the law is always the safest path.
If you move,
Covert officers located a stolen red GMC pickup in a parking lot with 4 suspects inside. When marked patrol units boxed in the truck, the driver rammed both police vehicles and tried to escape on foot.
God! God! Good? God! He got! He got! He got! Good!
3 suspects bailed out. One, 17-year-old Eric Lampkin Scarborough, was armed with a modified handgun and was shot while fleeing. Another officer fired but missed.
Get on the ground now! One at gunpoint!
The teen was later arrested and treated at a hospital. Damon Price and Deontay Moore were arrested, with Moore linked to a double homicide. Police seized 4 illegal firearms. What starts as a property crime can quickly spiral into life-threatening chaos. If you believe this chase could have ended much worse, comment yes.
I'm not gonna beat it.
A woman was held at knife point in public, and the attacker was once a vocal anti-violence activist. Tyree Moorhead, 46, suddenly jumped on a woman and held a butcher knife to her. Officer Zachary Rutherford fired at close range to stop the assault. Moorhead did not survive. Thanks to quick police action, the victim was unharmed.
hey, swing around! We need a crime scene, hurry up. Get that, hey, drop the knife!
Even those who preach peace can cross a deadly line. In moments like these, a fast response is the only thing standing between life and tragedy. Officers responded to a trespassing call at a Dollar Tree. The suspect, Essex Jackson, was reported acting erratically and carrying a large knife.
Did you steal anything?
Hey, he's fleeing!
Stop!
Hey,
Stop right now or you're gonna get
stop right
tased.
now!
We're in the back where the freezer's at.
You got the taser? I got, here, you wanna come this way with hands? I got.
Please, get your hands up
Jackson
now.
climbed onto a freezer. Officers aimed tasers and ordered him down. He complied until the arrest attempt began. He resisted, ran, and a struggle broke out.
down!
I'm down.
Stop grabbing my hand!
Stop grabbing my hand! I'm gonna punch you in the face!
Stop it! Give us your hand!
In moments of chaos, split-second choices define who walks away and who doesn't. On April 3rd, 2025, a traffic stop turned into a foot chase when the driver jumped out before his car fully stopped and caused a crash on Ellis Street.
The car's quick.
Stop! PD! Stop! Stop right now!
I'm trying to pack the pig. Look at that here.
Get on the ground!
He ran through an apartment complex, pulled a loaded gun, and pointed it at officers twice.
Hands up! Shots fired!
Police fired both times, but missed. He kept running until officers found him near Sutter Street. Eric Foreman, 37, was arrested with a loaded handgun and now faces charges including attempted murder and illegal gun possession. Running from police rarely solves anything. It usually adds more time, more charges, and fewer chances to turn back. A stolen SUV, a 22-year-old suspect tied to armed robbery, and a 20-mile pursuit shattered the calm near Gillianville. Officers located the vehicle and attempted a stop. The driver refused to comply and sped away. The chase reached speeds of 75 miles per hour, ran red lights, and entered oncoming lane. First pit attempt failed. The vehicle continued toward Radium Springs, disregarding all commands. At the Oglethorpe intersection, officers executed a second PIT, spinning the SUV. The suspect lost control and was taken into custody without injury. From a stolen car to a high-speed risk, every attempt to flee is a shortcut that often leads nowhere. It's not just about getting caught, it's about what could have been avoided. On May 4th, 2019, 24-year-old Efren Esquivel stole a sheriff's deputy's car while it was idling in front of her home. About an hour later, officers located the vehicle and attempted to block it.
Come here! On the ground. Go to your right! Hey, go here! On the ground! On the ground now! I got it! I got it! On the ground. Here. On the ground. No. Stop. Stop. Watch your crossfire, watch your crossfire. Watch out.
Instead of surrendering, Esquivel drove straight into Sergeant James Mason, causing serious injuries. Faced with an immediate threat, 3 officers fired their weapons. Esquivel died at the scene, and toxicology reports showed near-toxic levels of methamphetamine in his system. One reckless moment turned his escape route into a dead end, where every chance for the future was shut. On I-40 in the rain, Arkansas police spotted a stolen GMC Sierra speeding near 100 miles per hour. The driver fled, prompting a TBI that spun the truck into a guardrail. The driver, 20-year-old Jeremiah Green from Memphis, had no license and was wanted nationwide. He was arrested and booked. One reckless moment can ruin everything. If you've seen similar driving, comment yes. What began as a routine theft call ended with police surrounding a garage where 3 young children had just watched a stranger run inside.
He's in the garage right now and came into a house. We're going to be clearing it, Green and I.
What's that, police? Let yourself know. What's that? Put your hands up now. Put your hands up. Put your hands up or I can see them now. I said, see your hands.
Watch out, I'm going to come through. Okay, go, go, go.
Officers gave multiple commands to show hands. When the man made a sudden motion, 2 officers opened fire.
Get your hands out of your pocket. Get in. Pocket. Get in.
The suspect was 20-year-old Elijah Smith. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Fast choices under stress carry weight that lingers long after. That's why every second, every command, and every response matters.
Gangster, give me a tourniquet.
A speeding motorcycle on the highway triggered a high-speed pursuit when the rider refused to stop and veered onto the shoulder, weaving through traffic at over 150 kilometers per hour. Officer Cody Martin gave chase, radioing the suspect's position while navigating the highway. The rider then turned onto a dirt path, continuing through gravel and rough terrain. Losing control, the suspect ditched the motorcycle and ran across an open field. Officer Martin deployed his taser and made the arrest. The rider admitted fleeing because he didn't have a license. A missing license is not worth risking lives. What we try to outrun ends up chasing us longer than we think. April 12th, 2021, Georgia State Patrol spotted a car tearing down the highway at over 100 miles per hour. An officer moved in, lights flashing, expecting a simple stop. But what came next was anything but simple. The driver refused to pull over. A high-speed chase exploded across Carroll County with no sign of slowing. It wasn't just about speeding anymore. It was a rolling threat, fast, reckless, and unpredictable. Every intersection became a danger zone. Every vehicle nearby, part of the risk. What starts as a choice to run often ends by dragging others into a risk they never chose. A routine traffic stop for speeding turned dangerous when 22-year-old Daniel Clary appeared disoriented during a sobriety check.
Come over here. Then place your hands behind your back. What? Hey, place your hands.
Stop resisting!
I got him. Keep the taser on.
Stop resisting!
Keep the taser on. Get on your back!
On your back! On your back!
All right. Get on your back! My gun! My gun! Oh, goodness! All right, be my ass. Got it. Good. All right, be my ass. Got it.
As officers moved in with a taser, Clary ran to his car, pulled a gun, and shot Officer Seth Kelly. Kelly was hit 4 times. Clary fled, leaving chaos behind. Officers chased him while Kelly fought for his life. One reckless trigger pulled 2 lives into crisis. Justice always catches up, even if someone runs. A routine traffic stop in Modesto, California, just after midnight on February 13th, turned dangerous when the passenger gave a false name, one linked to someone on probation.
He hit me from my headlight.
Headlight and a tail light, dear.
I know, and I've got to get it fixed. I didn't do it.
I don't believe that.
Here you go.
Alright, put your left hand on your head. Put your left hand on your head and listen to my instructions.
When officers ordered him to exit the vehicle, the man, later identified as Mark Koch Jr., refused to raise his left hand and appeared to be reaching for something under the seat. In seconds, Koch pointed a handgun at the officers. They backed away and opened fire.
B41's gunfire, suspect on the way.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground!
Don't reach for it!
Don't reach for it!
Crawl towards me! Crawl towards me!
One officer also deployed a taser. After securing the scene, they found a loaded 9mm pistol beside him. Koch survived his injuries and now faces serious charges. Sometimes a split-second move turns a car door into a courtroom and the street into a silent witness.
Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus!
Clarksville, Indiana. A speeding sedan crossed lanes, hitting 2 vehicles and nearly causing a serious crash on a busy road.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody okay? Jesus.
Get down, baby. Get down. Baby.
Despite heavy front-end damage, the driver kept going until officers blocked the car. Smoke rose from the engine as police ordered the driver to surrender. No serious injuries were reported, but this serves as a reminder. Just seconds of recklessness on the road can endanger innocent lives. A stolen Dodge Durango with no plates was spotted around Farmington Hills. Patrol units moved in to block its path, but the driver hit a police car and took off. Officers pursued. suspect vehicle was damaged but kept going until a PIT maneuver finally stopped it. 5 suspects ran from the scene. One was caught immediately. Another tried to escape in a second car. An AK-style rifle was found tossed aside as one suspect fled. Inside the SUV, officers found a stolen Glock with a 30-round magazine. The vehicle had been stolen weeks earlier from a Detroit factory. Some cars are meant to take people places. This one carried 5 people straight into deeper trouble and left justice chasing footprints into the woods. Atlanta, Georgia, early morning, September 30th, 2022. A white Jeep Grand Cherokee was seen speeding over 100 miles per hour on I-85. Police gave chase. At Edgewood Avenue, one passenger jumped out and was taken into custody. The Jeep kept going toward Interstate 20, swerving across lanes and nearly crashing. Officers used a pit maneuver to stop it. The SUV flipped and caught fire. 2 suspects were pulled from the wreck but did not survive. An AR-15 rifle was found nearby. Speed may feel like freedom, but fleeing from the law comes with a cost. Do you believe fleeing from police should be treated as a criminal offense? Comment yes if you agree. Moses Lake, Washington, on May 4th, 2024. Police responded to a motel after a woman texted that her boyfriend had threatened her with a gun during an argument.
Why were the police called?
Can you keep your hands visible for me? Other hand, please. We
No, why? I don't know the doctor. No.
Do you have a gun, sir?
I'm sorry, what?
We got a report that there was an assault here. Come over here.
There was no assault.
Okay. All right. Can you talk to my officer here? Can you show me other hand, sir?
No.
Just so I'm safe?
No.
Okay. Okay, Todd, find out if he's got a gun.
I'll have both guns.
Do you have a gun in your hand?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, put the gun down, please. Back up. Back up. Put the gun down.
Oh.
Back this way.
Back up.
Zachary Stockton, 37, locked himself inside a room. When he came out holding 2 firearms, he opened fire on officers.
Todd, you good?
Sergeant Monroe and Officer Taylor fired back and stopped him.
Todd, you good?
Monroe was shot in the foot and later underwent surgery. Stockton survived, was arrested, and faces multiple charges including assault and illegal weapon possession. When fear takes over behind closed doors, it only takes one act of courage to stop the cycle. Fostoria, Ohio, October 5th, 2023, around 6 p.m. Officers spotted a Dodge with expired tags. A quick check confirmed the vehicle was stolen. The driver refused to stop and sped through yards, neighborhoods, and then into a cornfield. chase ended when the SUV plunged into a ditch behind a trailer lot. The driver and a female passenger bailed out and ran. She was arrested at the scene and claimed not to know him. He was later captured in another county on unrelated charges. What begins with a fake plate can end with a felony, and a lesson that every shortcut eventually hits a wall. Los Angeles, California, October 31st, 2021. Officers tried to talk with Melkin Michaelitis for 40 minutes after reports he had damaged his home. He refused to come out, and the scene was cleared once they confirmed no one else was inside. Later that day, Michaelitis was seen outside, holding 2 knives and vandalizing cars along Victory Boulevard.
Hey, hold on.
Drop the knives!
Hey, my partner's coming with taser. I'm taser, all right?
Hey!
Hey, partner, come up here. Get out of here! Move!
Back up! Back up! Drop it! Drop the knife! Drop it!
Hold on.
Get on your knees! Get on your knees! Drop the knife! Hey! Get on your knees!
Move!
Back up!
Back up!
Back up!
The knife!
Hey!
Drop the knife!
Drop the knife!
Drop it! Yeah? Okay, look, God's on your side, man.
Officers approached and gave commands. He walked toward them with a knife in hand.
Hey!
Put the knife down!
Back up!
Back up! Don't do it! Shot fire! Put it out! Put it out!
Officers responded with gunfire and less lethal rounds. Michaelitis was hit and did not survive. When someone in crisis turns toward violence, the line between help and force can vanish in seconds. On the evening of July 19, 2024, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, a vehicle was ordered to pull over for crossing the center lane on I-555. The driver sped off, prompting state troopers to engage in pursuit. The suspect exited onto Southwest Drive, where a tactical vehicle intervention stopped the car.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands right now! Crawl out of the car to me right now! Get out of the car! I'll kill you right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Dalen Powell, 21, was taken into custody. Police also recovered a bag of marijuana thrown from the vehicle during the chase. Powell now faces several charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, and unlawful possession. Every decision behind the wheel carries weight, and the law will always catch up with reckless choices.
Put your hands up! Stop! Stop!
A man was found unconscious in a parked car near a supermarket on West Central. When officers woke him up, he refused to cooperate and fled the scene in his vehicle. The pursuit ended inside the El Mesquite market.
Get on the ground! Don't reach for anything! Get on the ground! Don't reach for anything! He's got knives. We're going southbound towards El Mesquite to be or super calm. Lock it down. Get on the ground now! You're not free to leave! Give me a 40. Give me a 40 up here. We're still going southbound. Watch his hands. Don't let him go in. Don't let him go in.
Officers attempted to use a taser, but the man drew a gun and fired first. Police immediately returned fire. He was shot and did not survive. No officers or civilians were injured. Investigators say the suspect showed signs of substance use. Toxicology results are still pending. When someone turns away from the chance to cooperate, they may also shut the doors that could have protected both their life and their dignity. 4:25 a.m. on September 15th, 2024, on the quiet Gandy Bridge in Pinellas County. A driver ignored a traffic stop and sped away at high speed. The pursuit unfolded under streetlights as the vehicle raced through empty lanes far beyond safe limits. Officers stayed close and ended the chase with a clean pit maneuver, pushing the suspect's car onto the shoulder. They quickly moved in and took the driver into custody without resistance. Even on empty roads, every reckless choice carries consequences, and responsibility never loses its way. At 8:39 a.m. on June 12, 2024, deputies in Ogle County, Illinois, responded to a 911 call from a family on Wild Rice Lane. They reported that 32-year-old Jonathan Gunaris had threatened both them and himself. When attempts to communicate failed, SWAT and negotiators were called in.
Wait. Bang out.
By 11:51 a.m., officers entered the home and were immediately met with gunfire. 3 officers were injured during the exchange.
Justin, I got you. I got you. Go get him. Get him. Go. Here, pull. It's my arm, my left arm. See him, back.
Gunaris, found heavily armed and wearing body armor, was shot and taken into custody. He now faces 12 felony charges. When dialogue breaks down, the cost of silence can echo far beyond the walls of one home. An expired license plate caught the attention of Arkansas State Police. As the patrol car approached from behind, the driver suddenly sped off, leading to a high-speed chase involving multiple police vehicles. The pursuit lasted over 20 minutes. She ran several red lights, constantly trying to shake the officers. But at one final red light, the vehicle came to a stop. An officer immediately rushed in, broke the window, and safely took her into custody. You can outrun every warning sign, but sooner or later you'll have to stop for what's been chasing you all along.
Come out of the car or you are under arrest.
A confrontation in a police station parking lot took a dangerous turn when a woman refused to exit her vehicle, despite repeated commands from officers.
What's your name?
Stay away.
Here's the deal. You can either come out of the car or I'm going to break out the window. I'm going to break out the window if you don't exit. Go, you can go over there.
As police moved in, she accelerated, ramming 2 patrol cars, nearly striking an officer and pinning the person who had reported her. She fled, but was stopped after a brief pursuit and taken into custody. Officers suspect she was under the influence at the time.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
She now faces multiple felony charges. A split-second decision behind the wheel can leave lasting consequences on more lives than just your own.
On the ground!
The engine roared before the wheels moved. At 4:34 p.m. in Texarkana, a blue and white Suzuki sat at a red light. No helmet, no insurance, no fear. When Trooper Gannon Tiller approached, the rider took off.
St. Michael Drive. 1037. Orange shirt, shorts. Speed's 110. Hopping on I-30.
Working on the house. Five or 219 hope.
Pull over! Pull over! Pull over!
He ripped through city streets at over 110 miles per hour, then pushed 120 on I-30. At one point, he scraped the patrol car, but still refused to stop.
Going off-road, near Bend Road.
After the chase ended, he said he ran for fun while on probation after drinking a 4 Loko. Speed isn't always about the road. Sometimes it's just a reckless way to run from everything else.
I said I'm going, please.
In West Memphis, Arkansas, police responded to a crash near 714 Ingram Boulevard. Before officers arrived, dispatch alerted them that a white Chevrolet Tahoe had fled the scene. Leaving behind a silver Chevrolet Camaro, the pursuit quickly crossed state lines.
We just crossed the state line and ran over on
In Memphis, the Tahoe crashed, and officers issued commands to bring it to a stop. The Tahoe weaved through heavy traffic at over 120 miles per hour, showing no concern for the safety of others.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
I've got this. Go to the right, go to the right.
Straight to the ground, straight to the
Speed can leave a scene behind, but not the responsibility that comes with it. A white sedan stopped at a gas station in Henderson, North Carolina. A man with a rifle stepped out, but before he could enter the store, someone inside fired through the glass toward a nearby SUV. Gunfire was returned by a man in a blue shirt, joined by another shooter from the vehicle. Both retreated toward the side of the store. 3 suspects were arrested at the scene. The firearm was later recovered. A public moment of tension, with consequences that won't fade easily. A traffic stop in Florida turned violent while a 2-month-old sat quietly in the back seat.
He wants to talk to you out here. Is that all you're? Yeah. I'll watch it for you. He's alright. I got babies. Oh, you got a dog too? Hell. I'll make sure they're alright. I got babies.
One passenger, Paris Wilder, refused to cooperate. He pulled a short rifle and shot a deputy in the leg. Officers returned fire.
Shit.
I'm hit! John, put on your rifle!
Wilder was shot and did not survive. With 23 priors, his last move ended a long trail of bad choices. July 12th, 2023, Interstate 40, Arkansas. 2 gray Teslas were racing at over 90 miles per hour. One exited, the other passed officers at 92 in a 65 zone.
I'm trying to stop it up here, be careful.
Go 40 on the shoulder, East 40. Hold traffic, hit it. Go again.
Stop sticks took out all 4 tires, yet he kept fleeing until a pity maneuver spun the car. He then rammed a patrol unit before finally giving up.
He hit 24's car.
Officers found marijuana, a digital scale, and no insurance. The driver was under 25 and had paid $500 to borrow the car for a birthday trip. He thought it was just a ride to Dallas, but some shortcuts don't save time. They just fast-track you to consequences.
Right on, Ashford Street, head.
One wrong choice, and the chase began in Chester County, July 11th, 2024. Deputies stopped Eric Bernard Jones. His license was suspended.
It's going to be on a white truck. South Carolina 28 is 602 Alpha Golf Romeo. 602 AGR. 20 is going to be at Chester Hospital.
Hey, what's going on, boss? Go ahead and step out of the car for me. Okay.
Hold on a minute, man. You roll my window. Man, let me roll my window up. I got to set it, roll the window. Man, come on, man.
When asked to step out, he fled.
Go on. To bypass. Right on, Ashford Street, head for south.
1050.
The chase ended in a crash on Ashford Road. K9 Sammy helped take him down. One reckless decision uncovered everything. On that road, it wasn't the stop that changed his future. It was the weight of what he carried.
I didn't copy. He's supposed to lead in there.
January 27, 2024, Lathrop, California. Officers responded to a domestic disturbance call involving 40-year-old Juan Valdez. As they tried to question him, Valdez jumped into a Nissan sedan and sped off.
Right now? 13, clear, copy 20. Hey. 13, we have one taken off. 20 is going to be 8, David, Williams, 589. That you tried to show them last night. And we're going to be going westbound Castlewood, 815.
I'll be westbound Castlewood.
Northbound Rosewood, 60 miles in. Stand by for the next turn. We're going westbound on Rock. It's just going the wrong way for a second here.
I'll be westbound Rock, and we have PJ at 721.
Just tried to 245 Boy 13 with your vehicle. Boy 13, his tires coming apart.
Copy, tire coming apart.
Yeah, should be on.
Cross towards the median, trying to carjack somebody.
The chase cut through neighborhoods before hitting Interstate 5. Valdez pushed the car until it gave out. He bailed on foot, weaving through traffic, and tried to carjack a passing Honda Accord. A Lathrop officer fired, hitting Valdez. He was treated at the scene, arrested, and now faces 5 felony charges. On that highway, what began inside a home nearly turned deadly for a stranger because one man chose flight over accountability. What would you do if a shoplifter stepped on the gas with your partner on the hood? LaQuandra Borden was stopped for suspected shoplifting.
You're being detained right now for shoplifting, okay? What is he looking for? Oh, ma'am. Hurry up the car! Get out of the car! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Put in park! Put in park! Put in park!
Seconds later, she jumped into the SUV and took off. 2 officers were still hanging on. She slammed into a patrol car, reversed, and kept fleeing while an officer tried to pull her out from the passenger side. Another officer fired and she was hit in the arm. She was arrested and charged with multiple offenses. What could have ended with a fine turned into 7 years behind bars. If you were there, would you have pulled the trigger? Comment yes if you would. How far would you go just to avoid a traffic stop? Atlanta, Georgia, November 20th, 2020. When officers tried to stop a driver who ignored turn signals, he hit the gas and fled, triggering a pursuit across city streets.
Right hand turn on Bassett Street. Like 85 south. Medium walk. Vehicle's driving the wrong way in Interstate 85. Crossing over top of the terrace. And he's still rolling left on 2 Ave. Out of control, almost at the pedestrian, Springdale Road. Getting out of the vehicle, Springdale Road.
Edward Lee Brown Jr. sped through neighborhoods, ran stop signs, and drove the wrong way on I-85. Officers attempted 3 Pi-T maneuvers, but the chase only ended when his car became disabled. He was taken into custody without further incident. No injuries were reported, but the legal consequences were substantial. Every reckless turn to escape the present only drives you deeper into a future you can't control. The struggle lasted only seconds, but its impact will echo far beyond the street where it happened.
Stay right there. Right here, to the truck. Yeah, go to it. Walk over here. Walk to your truck. Stand by 8th and Broadway. To the back of your truck. Show me. Face the back here. Face your truck for him. Face the truck. Huh? What's the issue? What's the issue? Because you agitated, you turn around, you ain't following nothing. Look, turn. I don't hear. Turn. My phone, we'll get to that. Just turn and face the truck. Turn and face the truck. What I did? Face the truck. What is wrong with you? Why you grabbing on me, man? Give me a unit. Why you grabbing on me, bro? Turn around and put your hands behind your back. And put your hands behind your back. What's wrong with you? Put your hands behind your back. For what? Put your hands behind your back. For what, bro? For what?
What followed was a physical struggle. Derek Kittling, 45, gained control of the deputy's taser. As the fight continued, the deputy fired his service weapon. Kittling was taken to the hospital, but did not survive. The incident is under state investigation, and the public is asking to see every angle. Sometimes, what escalates in silence ends with questions louder than anyone expected.
He's right there.
March 30th, 2025. Officers Duhan, Shirk, and Melton responded to a 911 call, accusing 28-year-old Alquan Saidam of assaulting a female family member while armed.
Ground right now! Down! Shots fired! Shots fired! Where is he? You see him? You see him?
Yep, right here. Let's go.
They found him in a parked car. He stepped out, ignored commands, and raised a firearm toward the officers. They fired, striking him in the lower body. Though medical aid was given, Soydam later died at the hospital. If someone raises a gun after repeated warnings, do officers have a choice? Comment yes if you think safety comes first. Don't let one reckless move cost an entire life.
When it's safe to do so, give me an update, officer.
Go.
Safe to do so. Well, y'all can give me a status on officers.
It started with a loud engine and ended in someone's backyard. A trooper heard a Dodge Charger with a modified exhaust flying past a racetrack gas station. When the driver refused to stop, the chase began, topping 140 miles per hour. The car sped through red lights, drove the wrong way, and hit another vehicle before fleeing the crash. A Paytee maneuver finally ended the pursuit near Gardenia Drive. The driver, Jalen Camarena Davis, ran through backyards and jumped fences before being found hiding in a private yard. He was arrested and charged with burglary, reckless driving, fleeing, hit and run, and driving without a license. One night, one choice, and the line between thrill and crime disappears fast when you treat the streets like a game. Thanks for watching till the end. These chases remind us how real the danger is, and how brave our officers are. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.